help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey fans, there's more winning at Amigos with the VIP Game Day giveaway. Every app scan is your chance to win premium tickets to a Nebraska football, basketball, and volleyball game, along with exclusive game day perks. And when Nebraska goes to a bowl, the winner also gets 2 tickets, lodging, and airfare to the bowl game. Weekly semifinalists will win free food for a year. Go Big Red. Eat at Amigos and enter to win.
Amigos is celebrating 45 years with exclusive Nebraska Legends collectible cups featuring Tom Osborne, John Cook, and some of your favorite Huskers. For every cup sold, 50 cents goes to teammates. Show your Big Red pride by getting all 4 of these collectible cups at Amigos.
This is Tom Osborne with the Teammates Mentoring Program. We have students on the waiting list for a mentor. We want you to join the team. Learn more about mentoring and support teammates by visiting Amigos.
From the capital to castles, starting this December, fly nonstop from Lincoln to Orlando with service from Breeze Airways. That's right, nonstop flights to Orlando out of LNK are starting this December. You're now just a flight away from Disney World, Universal Studios, Legoland, and the Space Coast. Stretch out and relax on Breeze with complimentary family seating. Book your magical getaway now at LincolnAirport.com. LNK, make flying easy.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs has been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Roll-Off will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloff.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Offs, cleanup made simple.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in August. Try their brand new S'mores cold brew with graham cracker cold foam. Also try a S'mores croissant and add cake batter cream cheese to any bagel. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
At Schwezo Construction, safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Build with us. Work safe, go home proud. We're hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back, on and off the job site. If you're ready to be part of a company where your safety and success come first, visit Schwezo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com and apply today. Schwezo Construction, 40 years strong and still building the future.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert. Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of B.J. Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Mafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
morning on this fabulous Friday. We got 6 more sleeps until Nebraska kicks off against the Cincinnati Bearcats down there at Arrowhead Stadium in the bulletproof office of the coach's quarters.
Oh, what's your favorite number 6 to ever play for Nebraska? Any of them come to mind?
You know, one of my best buddies ever, number 6 was Kenny Cheatham, of course.
Okay.
But number 6 got to be Keith Endzone Jones, man.
Okay.
Keith Endzone Jones. What about you?
Tommy Hill.
Tommy Hill.
I was joking.
Oh,
I was joking.
My teacher.
I felt like you didn't hear it.
I was like,
no, you didn't look at me. You just were like, all right, cool.
I thought perhaps you said Sugar Hill. It's like a great band, you know.
Number 6. I'm trying to think
in
of
your lifetime.
Number 6s in my lifetime. Let's see. Quentin Newsom was number 6 for a while.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of defensive backs. Chris Jones was number 6 for a while. Tommy Hill, obviously, as well. Who else would have been number 6? I'm trying to think like who was number 6 on offense.
Well,
text line will have to help us out here. What number was Tim Marlowe, the wide receiver?
I remember the name. I forget the number though.
He might have been number 7. We might have missed Tim Marlowe's day. I know, like guys,
maybe even number 9.
Maybe I know guys like Tariq Allen was number 7. Tariq Allen, do you remember him at all?
Yeah, you know what, Nick? I got to be honest with you, man. And you know, listeners, I got to be completely transparent. I've been so pissed off the past 15 years. The names come and go for me.
Whoa!
Right now. I'm just being honest, dude.
AD.
I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Text line, let me know if you feel the same way. I'm not negating.
You forget about the names.
I forget because I want to forget about the season.
You want to know? You want to know what name popped in my mind last night as I was surfing YouTube? Gabe Ervin.
Gabe Ervin.
Remember Gabe Ervin?
Yeah.
First true freshman to win the starting running back job, and then got banged up.
Yep. The injury bug beat him up pretty.
Yeah.
But isn't it something to see what could have happened to him if he would have stayed healthy? You know, what his potential could have been, what his ceiling was so high.
Do you remember where he was from?
It's Cali?
It was not.
Georgia?
It was.
Yeah.
He went to the same high school as a current Husker player.
No, I wouldn't know that. I'm just going to throw a guess out there. But also,
no, Buford,
where they got that big
where they got Dylan Raiola from.
Yeah, where they have
one of them.
That's,
one of the high schools.
That stadium is absolutely ridiculous.
$62 million.
Nick, I don't know why. I literally do. The past 15 years, the names. I would say after Amir and Afro Thunder and those guys, the Riley era got very, very spotty for me.
Okay.
The Frost era was very spotty for me because I was always mad. I was always mad, and I just wanted to forget about it.
You can't compartmentalize.
Oh, I compartmentalize it. That's why I throw it completely in a different compartment that I don't have to think about much. It's like a junk drawer in your house. You know, you occasionally open it up, but sometimes there's a drawer in your kitchen. And, you get these nice cabinets, or regardless of what the cabinets look like, there's certain cabinets you never open up, like maybe once every blue moon.
Yeah.
That's what I've kind of done for my heart and for my emotions when it comes to Nebraska football.
I get it.
At times, man,
I get it.
My blood, Nick, literally, my blood pressure. I'm like, AD, you're allowing a game to predicate and dictate your mood, and I would. I just
hold on.
I just had to put it away.
Time out. I have a full moment of transparency here. Downtown Scott called me out. He goes, Nick, what do you mean? Do we remember Gabe? He was here last year. First off, I forgot that part. Second off, the other guy I was thinking about was Sevion Morrison.
Oh, goodness.
Who ended up do you remember him?
Yeah, but he was here for only a spot.
Do you remember where he transferred to? University of Kansas. See, this is okay. So there's this like game, and everybody knows this. Everybody knows this game that we could always play where it's like, hey, do you remember where this guy went to college? Where did this professional athlete go to college? Like, dudes could sit around a campfire and in a lawn chair and have a couple of beers and be able to just rattle through guys, right? This is right up my alley of let's just talk about where guys transferred to. I don't want to, but we could be doing this for hours.
We could. And Nick, I would suck at it.
Oh, give yourself some credit.
I'm serious. I would suck at it because
my word.
Yeah, just thinking about it now, it's a horrible taste in my mouth of defeats and almost and by threes, on threes, triple three. It just a bunch of misery.
You said everything but what they actually their actual mantra was.
Yeah, and that's a horrible
chasing
feeling. Yeah, I don't have a problem with chasing 3, but I just got to always be tired of always chasing something. Why can't we be the chaser for once again? I mean, that's
well, you got to go somewhere. You got to start from somewhere.
Yeah, and that's why I'm hoping this season here is a whole new board, a whole new palette to paint on, and to do some different things.
Did you wake up okay?
Yeah,
you seem a little on edge.
Well, do you know what? Because you brought
what
up,
did I do?
You brought up.
Here we go.
You brought up past Husker football, and I don't know who would be in a good mood thinking about that.
Well, we could be in a good mood talking about the former players.
Yes, we can. But you had a hard time even naming some of them.
Well, famous number 6s. Yeah. Yeah.
Unknown texter 4275. Good morning, says Darren Erstad. Derek in the car. Good morning, my brother from another mother. He says Erstad was also number 6. Yes, he was. And Darren Erstad can hit the golf ball 1.5 miles. Austin Hanson, what's up, brother? Trey Bryant. You brought up Trey Bryant.
I think Trey was 18. If I remember correctly, there might have been a point in his early career.
I think he might have been 18.
Might have been a point in his early career. A.J. Allen, absolutely right, though.
Let me ask you guys this. I was telling Nick this, kind of changed the subject a little bit. I'm speaking in Kearney tomorrow, okay? Speaking in Kearney tomorrow morning, and my sound check's pretty early, so I'm going to leave. Now, I get up early, Nick, as you know, but I'm not. One hiccup. If it was Omaha, that's one thing I would still just drive. Anyway, I'm going to go to Kearney tonight, but I was looking up hotel rooms, and just for giggles, I just looked at Grand Island. Rooms were going for $250 and higher in Grand Island. If you are out in that area, what is going on in GI that their hotels are that expensive right now? Just out of curiosity, I had no idea, Nick. I'm like, there was one for $350. I'm like, what is?
Well,
I'm like, what is
it's the Nebraska State Fair.
That started?
Yeah, the State Fair. So I look
well, that
up,
makes perfect
so
sense. State Fair, yes.
I look up
State Fair.
Yeah. I look up what's going on in Grand Island, Nebraska this weekend. And so today, somebody's playing at 4:30 in the afternoon. Can't be that popular.
That must
player,
be well, those hotel rooms are hiked up there.
Yeah. So there's the State Fair this week.
Nick, when's the last time you've been to the State Fair?
When it was in Lincoln.
Text line. Scooter from Roca, thanks. State Fair. Blake, thanks. State Fair. 5284, no texture. Thank you much. State Fair. Yeah, it is State Fair. When was the last time you've been to the State Fair, folks? If you don't, even if you live in GI, as far as that goes, Nick, the last time that I was at the State Fair was probably at least 15 years ago. At least that.
Yeah,
when my kids were little.
I don't remember the
maybe longer than that.
I don't remember the specific year that the State Fair moved from Lincoln to Grand Island, but there was I've only been to the State Fair once, I believe. And one time that I remember, and it was to watch a concert that my sister wanted to go see. We saw a country singer named Martina McBride.
Yes, Martina McBride
at the Nebraska State Fair when it was still in Lincoln. That's the only thing I ever remember about the State Fair. But you know me, I hate rides. Like I hate amusement parks. I don't like. I mean, there's a large number of people there. Just had no real interest to go.
No. Unknown texter 4661. Good morning. Yes, I that's what I said. Keith Endzone Jones. That was my guy.
That's right.
I said, I think you might have missed it, brother, but that's or sister. You might be a sister too. But it was Nick goes, why? My brothers, my sisters. But yeah, that was my first number 6. But yeah, Nick, I don't go on those rides.
Yeah.
Because anytime you can slap something up that fast and take it down, and then sometimes the operators look a little sus.
I agree. Not judging a book by a cover, but here we are.
I'm just like, no, I'm not doing that, man. Deb from Beatrice, good morning. She goes, I've gone to the State Fair the past 3 or 4 years. Probably won't make it this year, though. Great time. So that's good to hear. That's good to hear, Deb. Appreciate that. Chad and Seward, last time State Fair. Wow, 1995. Nick was not even a twinkle in his parents' eye.
Nope.
In 1995. 20 years ago. Unknown texture 9531. That was 20 years ago. That was the same night I told my mom I was pregnant.
So Martina McBride performed at the Nebraska State Fair in 2010.
So you were what?
9.
9 years old?
I would have been 9.
Oh, man. Disc Golf Jay, good morning. Goes, State Fair got me thinking about those deep fried Snicker bars. Got me in my fat kid mentality.
Yes, deep fried Snickers. Eric asked if I was judging the carnies. No. What does that even mean?
I think he might buy the carnivals, maybe short for carnivals.
Okay, gotcha. Eric just always comes at. I mean, the man just comes searching. He wakes up every morning and goes, "How can I text in some nonsense?" He's doing a good job. This is like day 100 in a row of Eric texting nonsense.
Do you trust the rides at the state fair?
No, I don't trust the rides anywhere. It takes one time for it to become untrustworthy.
So not even Worlds of Fun?
Nope. I'm good.
You've never been on a roller coaster there?
Nope. The last time I was on the roller coaster was I was 7 years old at the Seward County Fair, and I rode the octopus.
Yeah.
And I about had a mental break. I did have a mental breakdown. I had a mental panic attack, and I yelled for them to stop the ride and get me off the ride, and I've never been on one since.
So you were scarred.
I have never been on one since. Yeah. And I never have any interest. Like, I think, why? Now, to each their own, right? I feel like we have to preface that. To each their own. But the idea of standing in a ridiculously long line for upwards of 30, 45 minutes, maybe even an hour at times, a lot of times in the blazing sun, because it always seems to just get hotter when you're sitting there waiting, to ride a ride that sure can, I guess, provide an adrenaline rush, but that could also provide pain and suffering for you. I just don't see it. So this is my thing. The Horns Down says the octopus is not a roller coaster, Nick. That's my point. That was an amusement ride, and I hated it. And so when I say that when I don't want to ride a roller coaster, I know I'm out. We got a text from our good friend Jack Russell. Is Nick 23 or 73? Sounds like a little softy to me. My goodness.
Kevin and Link, he goes, Papa Kevin Link, AD for the listeners heading to the state fair. Be sure to hit up the Banana Man. Chocolate-covered bananas, fried Oreos, Twinkies, and new this year, fried oatmeal pies. Wow.
That sounds good.
Any of those sound good to you?
Fried oatmeal pie.
So chocolate-covered banana.
I've said this for years. OCPs, oatmeal cream pies, ultimate Little Debbie snack.
Yeah,
the ultimate Little Debbie snack.
Yeah, I can get with that.
Get zebra cakes out of here. Get the cosmic brownies out of here. Go ahead.
Well, I tell you what, Deb, she's with you. Good morning again, Deb. She's with you. At 8, she rode the octopus and thought she was going to die.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was something, and then you got like the machine, the machine like creaks and stuff. Like, man, it hurts.
Unknown texter 4661. Thanks for joining late. Yes, we did mention Kitty Cheatham. Kitty Cheatham was my my teammate, good friend, very good friend of mine. But I mentioned Keith and Joan Jones. For me growing up as a kid, obviously that was at number 6. Nick, I like I said, there's certain parts about the state fair I enjoy, just the smells, the various foods, and it just kind of obviously you were looking for a stomach ache because the contrast of foods, the what were those things? The waffles, what were those things called? The
funnel cakes?
Funnel cakes, yeah.
Yep. Oh, how did I get that from waffle?
Yeah. You see,
AD, we're on the stream and we're out. But AD's like, can I have some more, sir? He's like, waffles. And I was like, the funnel cakes?
The funnel cake.
One of the most traditionally well-known circus and carnival desserts of all time.
And you knew you were going to be sick.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like for me, it's movie theater popcorn. I know my stomach is going to hurt before the movie starts.
This could be good. Okay,
funnel cakes are the same way.
hold on. Now, here's the big kicker. Now, Chase B, I appreciate him. He goes, bad take from Nick. Zebra cakes are the bleep. Which maybe
they are.
A
lot of frosting.
There's a lot there.
A lot of frosting.
The last time I said this, I actually had somebody send me some zebra cakes.
I remember you telling me about
the box is still on my desk in the back because I haven't opened them up. But so I had somebody send the zebra cakes to the station and said, Nick, you need to be cultured. But here's the thing. Here's what I would say. How do you feel about powdered sugar?
I like powdered sugar with control.
In moderation.
Because those funnel cakes, man.
If you order a funnel cake, are you getting it with or without?
Now I would say light.
Okay.
Very light.
I'm
back
without.
in the day, I was like, man, pour it on.
I go without powdered sugar.
So
I don't like the fingers messy.
Oh, you're one of those guys.
I cannot do stuff. Nope, can't do it.
So you like Steve? Do you just wipe it on your socks?
No, I'm not simple.
And that simple, you just wipe.
Simple used to do that on his socks.
And you just wipe it on his socks.
Yes.
I was going to see it, but that
Yeah.
the powder, that stuff gets all over the place.
And then there's like no end. You could be done with the funnel cake for 30 minutes, and you automatically have more powdered sugar on your hands.
Nick,
Somehow.
you're gonna turn red when I tell you this. And if you're black and you're eating powdered sugar,
Okay.
you know
See, this is
awkward.
awkward.
You got a bunch of white stuff around your nose. People are like, "Sure, you had a powdered cake."
My mind didn't even go there. Let it be known, my mind did not even go there. Was not even thinking about that.
Hey, D, where you at? I was at the state fair.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. Ted face. Hey, I'm staying out of that. I didn't even cross my mind. Just a man of pure thoughts. Ted goes, Nick, you literally just described the same experience of going to a Husker football game. AD, that's why you don't go to games.
Nah.
One of the reasons.
Yeah.
One of the reasons.
Too much
The other
stuff.
reason is I probably wouldn't go if we didn't have Media Pass.
You know, okay, we're going to segue again. Are you a stadium person that likes to be around it all during the game? Or are you more just a few people or even by yourself you can watch it kind of to analyze it? Nick, let's say this. You didn't have, you weren't part of media.
Yeah.
Would you watch it with a few buddies, a local establishment, or would you still go to the games?
I would probably watch it with a few buddies, but like at a house.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't go anywhere. The greatest thing about, okay, this is not to rub it in, like this is not what we're trying to do. But the greatest thing about a press box is that it's a working press box. So like there's no cheering, there's no clapping, like you still get the atmosphere of the game, but you don't
sanitized.
Yeah, like it's dialed down quite a bit. And then if you want the atmosphere, you can go outside and stuff. But like, you know, it's a pretty, I mean, it was interesting. I'll never forget like the work in the first press box in 2021 down in Norman, Oklahoma. And I was like, okay, so this is what it's like. And it was the weirdest mix because you hear all the fans cheering at a lower tone while in the press box, everybody's just typing away on their keyboards. People talk, like we're not, people talk.
Let me ask you this, Nick. Being a kid that grew up here, I mean, you know your allegiances, but yeah, I mean, obviously you have to be unbiased when you're reporting, even on the job. Has there ever been a game to where you almost lost your stuff and just like, what in the blankety blank
for what wrong happened?
Yeah. Did you ever have to just step out of the box?
Never had to step out. Nebraska, Iowa, those couple of games where the last second field goals in Iowa City have gotten me a couple of times. But I will say this, it's gotten easier. Like I've felt myself come farther away from the traditional fan feels and just more into
just more objective,
just more there to just do a job.
Report your job.
Yeah. Which is kind of a sad thing, I guess.
You know, yes and no, but it shows. I think it shows too, and I don't take this the wrong way, but it shows your maturity. You've been in a job long enough.
Yeah,
you understand that I made my allegiance, but I have a job to do. It's kind of like the pilot not being so much in awe of the sky anymore, although they are. But it's like I got a job to do. My job is to get these passengers there safely.
Yeah, sure.
You know, you're looking at your cords, you're looking at your, you're looking at your laptop, you're looking at numbers and stats. You almost take yourself away from the actual experience and just analyze it. Yeah. And I think that's why it's hard for a lot of former coaches to watch a football game just to watch it, because most of their time was spent analyzing video. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Ted tells me that
and they don't know how to dial it back.
Yeah, Ted told me that. He goes, dude, and he's still dealing with that.
Yeah,
talking about Ted Gilmore, and he goes, I'm still learning how to watch a game for enjoyment.
Sure.
And now you could say that, and Sip could say that in a lot of ways too. Instead of wondering who carried that, what yard line.
I think it'd be more interesting for a take an opinion from like DP or Sip where they've been to so many that like as sad as it is, I don't get excited anymore at like tunnel walks and stuff. Like that's just how it is. I don't know if it's because of I get excited. Here's what I get excited for. Tonight's a perfect example. I'm not excited to see Nebraska volleyball because we are fans of Nebraska volleyball. I'm excited to see high-level volleyball between a team that's ranked number 1 and a team that's ranked number 3.
That's a good way.
In the atmosphere of 15,000 people that are going to be there tonight at Pinnacle Bank Arena, I get now infatuated and caught up in the storylines of like, okay, Danny Busboom Kelly is now coaching her first game at an alma mater. So like, there's been shifts, I think, but it would be fascinating to ask the people that are obviously in this building that have been to countless number of games and be like, okay, Do you separate how do you separate yourself? Would you be able to go back to just watching a game for enjoyment?
I'm going to tell you this before we go to break. I'll read a few of these. First of all, Jordan P. Good morning. We're talking about going to the games. He goes, no room, can't stand because I feel like I'm being, I'll just say disrespectful.
Yeah.
To the people behind me. Jordan P., I'm with you. It's just not our thing.
Yeah.
I will say this though, Nick. The Miami game in 2014.
Sure.
And the Nebraska game against Colorado last year. So prior to last year's game against Colorado, it was 2014 against Miami where I felt like a fan.
Yeah.
And when I mean just like I just screaming, yelling the whole thing. Of course, my leagues, I want to win all the time.
Of course.
But that feeling against Colorado last year, that was absolutely insane. And I'm like, man, we miss this.
We miss this. Trivia question for the listeners, just because they enjoy these. Who was the quarterback for that Miami team? Do you remember it? So the running back was Duke Johnson Jr.
Yep.
In that 2014 Miami team.
Who was their
starting quarterback that game? He wore number 17 for the Hurricanes.
Oh, I can see his face. I can't think of his name, no.
I'm sure it'll take less than 30 seconds for the text line to fill this in.
What was that guy's name?
Where number 17 had a very, very short stint in the lead. Darren Rogers, congratulations. You are right. Brad Kaya was the name of the Miami quarterback. Good job, Darren, on the text line. Nice job, Darren. So there you have it. Brad Kaya.
Yeah, Bill and Bennett says 80 cents his backstory. I don't think I heard him threaten Nick once with a throat punch. Yeah, it's kind of hard to jab right now. I don't want to mess up the stitches.
Come chase me.
But give me till November.
What have I done to deserve a throat punch?
Yeah, you've been good. I know Dave would probably disagree with that, but yeah.
What have I done to Dave?
Folks, we come back. The SEC has made a move. Do you think it was pressure from the Big Ten, or is just naturally going to happen that way? We'll discuss that at the top of the hour, 10 o'clock, of course. A lot of Husker football to discuss as well. 10:30, we'll discuss also more football, more sports, but also the ladies not kickoff, but they start tonight in their first match, number 1 versus number 3. We'll talk about that as well. And if you're going or not, we'll be back. It's The Drive.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in August. Try their brand new S'mores Cold Brew with graham cracker cold foam. Also try a s'mores croissant and add cake batter cream cheese to any bagel. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
A1 Automotive's second location is now open at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill Road. The new location continues to specialize in all makes and models and provides personalized service as they have for 15 years. With the school year here, A1 Automotive reminds you that college students get 10% off any service, and they offer free tire repair with a valid college ID. Schedule your appointment today at a1autolincoln.com and visit their new location in South Lincoln at 5110 State Hill Drive or downtown at 11th and L.
From the capital to castles, starting this December, fly nonstop from Lincoln to Orlando with service from Breeze Airways. That's right, nonstop flights to Orlando out of LNK are starting this December. You're now just a flight away from Disney World, Universal Studios, Legoland, and the Space Coast. Stretch out and relax on Breeze with complimentary family seating. Book your magical getaway now at LincolnAirport.com. LNK, make flying easy.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Tune in every Saturday from 12 to 2 p.m. for the Law of Lift with Dr. Lawrence Chatters. Sit back and enjoy listening to Dr. Chatters discuss real stories involving struggle, inspiration, and real-life experiences with special guests and insights. Remember, the higher the pressure, the greater the lift. It's the Law of Lift with Dr. Lawrence Chatters every Saturday from 12 to 2 p.m. right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop!
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs has been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloffs.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Offs, cleanup made simple.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat in town.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through August 24th, enjoy 8-ounce USDA Choice Bacon Wrapped Sirloin for $5.88 each. USDA Choice Boneless Chuck Roast $6.99 per pound. Bone-in smoked pork chops for $4.99 per pound. And Dungeness Crab Clusters $29.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back. It's great to be back on this Friday. Nick, does it seem like this week has gone by fast for you?
Very.
Yes.
But hey, you know what? That's a good thing. Let's hope next week goes by just as quick.
A lot.
Because I have a bad feeling that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday will... You okay?
I'm just yawning.
Do I tire you?
No, not at all. Not at all. I just didn't get to bed at a good time last night. And so I went to bed probably about 12. And
okay, so yeah, similar.
Yeah, and I got up at 4:15.
Not similar.
I knew I had a busy day, though. That's why I'll probably leave the Carney earlier rather than later.
Stay in the little Crown Plaza? You stay in the Crown?
I never tell people where I'm staying at.
Okay. Nod. Yeah.
Great
Great spot. I love the Holiday Inn and Suites.
Yeah, you know, it's I think I want to get some good sleep and just be settled. You know what I'm saying? Just be settled.
Gonna go to Cunningham's?
Nah.
Okay.
I the thing about it is, Nick, my body reminds me you better slow down, bro. You know, so physically, my body's a little tired right now.
Okay.
You know, just it's sore. And it's not like a bad way.
Yeah.
But it's been a long week. You know, it's been a long week for sure. And the talk tomorrow is only an hour. So that'll be good. But no, I'm going to be pretty low key, man.
Good.
Pretty
Good.
low key. Pretty low key.
Get a chip buffet at the gas station.
Hey,
do
nothing wrong with that.
Do what Rap did. I got a chip buffet.
Speaking of chips, there's chips out there, man. The police bike.
That's right.
That was before your time, but that was chips, man. That was perfectly timed.
Yes.
Swim. And he's I wonder, dude, how much like training they have to do to be certified to ride on the police bike.
I don't know. I also wonder, like, how do you get to choose whether or not you're on the bike or you're in the car?
Yeah, that is interesting.
Like, how do you become? Is it a tiered system to where it's like you got to put in 5 years of service to be? Because here's the deal. I feel like not that there's a quota, okay, but there's a. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use that word quota. I feel like if you're on a police bike, you hit your quota for the month of people you got to pull over, like lickety split within a week,
and then you just basically ride around,
cruising. Yeah,
you're not even wearing your police
like
uniform
Sturgis.
anymore.
Yeah, that's like Sturgis. You're just cruising.
Sturgis. What'd you do today? Oh man, I rode around for 8 hours.
Yeah. I haven't been north side of Lincoln in a while, so I was just skirted on over there and scared a lot of people.
Folks, this segment is brought to you by Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services. Jack has been a well-respected representative since 1999, and Jack can help protect your home, your vehicle, your family, or even your future. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100, or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or in Seward, and learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you.
What I really appreciate, one last note, is I hope that there's like people, you know, as they sit around or whatever the case may be, like obviously police officers before pregame show or before Husker football games, they can sit in their cars, their patrol cars and things like that. I hope they have us on. Like I hope that they're listening to us.
The police officers?
Yeah, because they listen to radio. I found out.
Yeah, there's quite a few of those guys do that, man. So that'd be cool.
Anyway.
Well, Nick, we know there was big change in case you missed it yesterday. The SEC moves to 9 games in 2026. Before I get Nick's input and yours as well, 424-645-685. Let us know. The big picture shift. The shift has come. The SEC finally makes the leap to 9-game conference starting in 2026. Ends all these years of debate about money arguments and competitive concerns. Sankey says this ensures, I quote, the most competitive football schedule in the nation. And the rivalries were also protected to let you all know. Each school will have 3 annual opponents to protect rivalries. Think Bama, Auburn, Georgia, Florida, LSU, Ole Miss. The rest of the schedule rotates so fans get more variety. Tougher path, bigger stage. Here's the concern about the SEC coaches. Beating up on each other could hurt their CFP chances. Sure. Well, welcome to the Big Ten. But Sankey pushes back, saying strength of schedule will be rewarded. That's yet to be determined, Nick. We will see that. The league wants to show it's battle-tested compared to the Big Ten and others. I like in the article where it said Big Ten and others. Nick's initially, before I get to the money factor, impact on CFP, and domino effect, what were your initial thoughts when Sankey came out with this and the timing of it?
Yeah, I thought so. I mean, we had heard earlier in June that this was going to be on the table at SEC conversations and stuff. We didn't know if it was going to get passed, obviously. However, this is the most, and I stand by this, the most notable piece of the news that came out yesterday is not about the 9 conference games. Let me explain. It is still that the SEC has to schedule a Power 5 high-quality opponent in the non-conference slate. That is the most notable piece of this for me.
Repeat that, please.
SEC teams, in addition to their 9 games, have to still schedule every year a quote-unquote high-quality Power 5 non-conference opponent. So, essentially, you're playing the equivalent of what 10 conference games could be in the year. This decision, essentially, in my opinion, put all the pressure on the Big Ten Conference. Why? And Big Ten fans can have a little Curt Cignetti to thank a little bit to this as well, because he came out a couple of months ago.
Very vocal
about the SEC scheduling model, about how they only played 8 conference games. They would have Tennessee, Chattanooga in week 11. It'd be a cakewalk. What he didn't mention was that Alabama, before they turn to the SEC. Alabama was playing Texas in the non-con. Alabama's playing Wisconsin in the non-con. Where the Big Ten, with their 9 conference games, doesn't have any rules with who they need to schedule in non-con opponents. So what did Curt Cignetti do? He's done it he's canceled games against teams like Virginia, and he's put in games against teams like Miami, Ohio for the next couple of years. He's done direct swaps with those types of programs. Well, so now the SEC is going, okay, we'll go ahead and play our 9 conference games, but let's go ahead and take it a step further. And so that way we don't have to continue hearing the arguments that we're not scheduling hard enough. We'll go ahead and play our 9 conference games like you want us to. But then guess what, Big Ten? Now you look like the lesser of the two because you don't require your schools to schedule a high-quality Power 5 non-con opponent year after year.
You're spot on, Nick. I think the SEC, after the dust settles a little bit, they're going to be looking at Cignetti like, you like that? You like that?
Well, and I think more so, here's the deal of why this is the chess game that is going on between the SEC and the Big Ten, because the one reason that the Big Ten was going to be able to have any sort of leverage in college football format conversations was because of the 9 conference games. Now
that's gone.
The Big Ten doesn't have much leverage because in 2026, the SEC is going to do the same exact thing.
Yeah.
So, and actually, they're going to take it a step further because of the non-con opponent. So, I feel like we're going to get to a point to where then the Big Ten will say, okay, we will see your raise and we'll call you, if we're going to use poker analogies or hold'em analogies. We see your 9 conference games plus a high-quality non-con opponent, and we are going to call you.
What do you think, Nick? Okay, because high quality is very broad. Is it gonna? I wonder if it's gonna depend on what that team, maybe what their ranking has been historically out of a 3-year period. Historically, like you're looking at a stock.
It's Power 5.
I know it's Power 5, but like you can get the bottom of the barrel. You can just simply,
and that,
you can say we're gonna play Purdue. I'm not knocking Purdue, but I'm just simply saying that.
And you're right, and that's part of it, right? But it's Power 5.
It's pretty vague.
But there still is a difference between playing Purdue and playing Houston Christian.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And like this schedule, this Nebraska football schedule this year could have looked a lot different if Tennessee was still in that week 3 slot.
You better believe it would have looked a lot different.
So if Tennessee was still in that week 3 slot, this could have looked a lot different here. However, you have Houston Christian. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of, if the Big Ten ends up going down this route, there's going to be a lot of universities that will need to get out of games, right? Nebraska might be some of them that have to replace some opponents with higher quality opponents.
Gonna have to.
But now the SEC is back to being able to have all the leverage in those conversations in those rooms, saying you can't use the we don't play 9 conference games claim against us anymore, because in 2026 we are. We're changing it.
Everybody has to. Jay Strizzy, 47 from Queen Creek, Arizona. Love the show, man. Love you for tuning in, my man. 5440. Jay Strizzle, appreciate your brother from AZ. I know it's beautiful down in AZ right now. Appreciate that. Nick, I got this for you as well, though. You look at the impact on the CFP. You just mentioned that college football playoffs. The selection committee, they're going to be tweaking that strength of schedule formula, which they're going to be doing. Last year, only 3 SC teams made the 12-team playoff field. Kind of a red flag.
Yeah.
When you think about that. This move could be about positioning maximum CFP respect in slots. But think about this, though, the domino effect. The ACC could be next. Commissioner Jim Phillips has hinted that they'll follow, whether they do or not. But I think he understands if they want to stay credible, he's going to have to follow suit at the SEC and the Big Ten. Big Ten we already have our 9 games. Big 12 does as well. Now the SEC joins that format along with the Big Ten and the Big 12. On one hand, I want you to think about this. I'm going to ask you, Nick, just as a fan, throw your reporter part of it out of it. Would you prefer a beefed up schedule or miss the cupcake versus non-cons?
Well, so there's this thought out there that strength of schedule isn't high on the list of priorities for the committee. That we've seen time and time again throughout the first 11 years of the playoff, that the committee does value strength of schedule. This is not me saying that quality losses should matter or that the quality losses should be a thing, but I'm a firm believer that you need to make the regular season matter. And doing the 9 conference games if you're the SEC, the 9 conference games if you are the Big Ten Conference, you're making the regular season matter. Like I think a beefed up schedule is a good thing for college football. I think it's a great thing for college football. Now, it really stinks for teams like Akron and like for Nebraska's sake, Houston Christian. It stinks for those lesser programs because their athletic departments rely on the $1 million that they get paid for going to Notre Dame and taking a beat down or going to Nebraska and taking a beat down. They rely on that $1 million payout each week. But, you know, at the end of the day,
it's about money.
It's about money, and it's about putting yourself in the best position to be nationally relevant. And if that means scheduling a home series against Alabama, if you're Nebraska, then you got to do what you got to do.
Nick, in that SEC, in text line, let us know what you think too as we wrap this segment up. There's a lot we can go on this. Within the SEC, what rivalries, in your opinion, are non-negotiable you got to keep?
Well, I think LSU Alabama is one of them. Auburn Alabama is another one. I think Texas Oklahoma is you have the Red River rivalry shootout, whatever they call it now to make it politically correct. I think those are the first that come to my mind. Mississippi State, you have to have the Egg Bowl involved. There's a lot that are still there that you need to preserve. Not many of them are going to feature Oklahoma, right? No. Oklahoma and Texas, they're not going to feature a lot of them, so they're going to have a chance to kind of say, okay, what rivalries do we want to institute? You know, I think like a Texas LSU rivalry would be a lot of fun. Just to see jerseys, but that's another conversation for another time of what jerseys look good playing each other on the field.
Here's what is going to be awesome about this whole thing. There's fewer easy Saturdays. And for us as fans, it is going to be freaking awesome.
That's my point. So like this, we're not like next week. Derek in the car makes a great point that I didn't even think about. Texas and Texas A&M needs to be.
Oh,
one.
absolutely, great point. Derek.
I mean, you could go nostalgia and just kind of put the old Big 12 schools together and be like Oklahoma and Missouri,
Oklahoma State,
Oklahoma.
Mayhem.
Well, Oklahoma State's not in the SEC.
I know, but I'm just saying as far as rivalries overall.
But that could be the high quality the high quality Power 5 opponent that they play every year.
Absolutely.
Right? Like Florida and Florida State. Florida State could be Florida's high quality Power 5 opponent. So there's ways to work around it where you can still include the rivalries. And a lot of the SEC teams still do that. This just essentially allows them to not, or it doesn't allow them to have Tennessee Chattanooga in week 11, right? Like that's where this is the biggest thing, or the Citadel going to Tuscaloosa in week 10. So yeah, you could go like old Big 12 route where it's like all the Big 12 teams are playing in like not a round robin, but they're all rivals there. There was something else that you just said that we talked about, and I blanked on my train of thought because of the Texas A&M conversation.
Was it the fans every day, every weekend have a great game?
Yes. Like next week, Texas and Ohio State play. It's the first time ever that in week 1, it is number 1 versus number 2.
It's going to be insane.
And we've on the show and on this, I mean, we've, because Husker football is the main driver, but from a large college football conversation, it is Arch Manning versus Julian Sand. I mean, it is
Jeremiah Smith.
It is Big Dog in SEC in Texas, who is one of the favorites of in the SEC, going up against Ohio State, the defending national champion.
And Nick, we're not talking about months now. We're talking days.
It's days.
We're talking days.
It is 8 days away.
Days away.
I mean, and then Unnamed Texture makes a great point before we go to break. Maybe this opens the door for a Texas or Oklahoma versus Nebraska far more often. Yes,
it
Nebraska,
does.
Colorado.
They're going to have quality non-conference opponents. Well, components too, but opponents. They're going to have it. So really, you open up the door to some intriguing matchups.
100%.
Very intriguing matchups.
And what they follow up with the text of that is assuming that Nebraska can become a high-level Power 5 team. I'll say this, Nebraska already is because of the way they travel. Nebraska's an attractive opponent for a Tennessee. They're attractive for maybe not Alabama, but they're an attractive opponent for some of these SEC schools because that they know they're going to get a large contingent of Husker fans to travel to wherever they're going.
Right.
And so that is always a big selling point is, are they going to be able to sell the allotment of guest and visitor tickets? Are they going, I mean, the atmosphere, right?
And they know we travel.
100%.
We will travel.
But if you're just a general college football fan like we are, AD, and you think that you should think that this is really good for the sport because we're going to get more similar matchups, not always 1 versus 2.
Right.
But we're going to get a lot of really high level matchups.
Absolutely.
Like a Texas Ohio State, like an Alabama, maybe Ohio State in week 1 and 2, rather than having to wait until January 20th in the college football playoff.
Nick, me personally, I love it.
It's good. It's about time that the SEC does this too.
Absolutely. I love it. It lets you know that there's no sleeping on the schedule. No sleeping on the schedule. Folks, when we come back, we'll talk some history. Top of the hour. A lot of Husker football to discuss. And going back to the tight ends once more. And also, what are going to be your feelings? What would you like them to be? Which is obvious. A week from this morning. We'll know a lot. We'll discuss when we come back. It's The Drive. 93.7 A Ticket.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
Ah, the sounds of back to school time. Oh. There's plenty to about this time of year. So let Cane's take something off your plate by putting something on it. Like the most craveable hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce. It's going to be a great school year.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through August 24th, enjoy 8-ounce USDA Choice Bacon Wrapped Sirloin for $5.88 each. USDA Choice Boneless Chuck Roast $6.99 per pound. Bone-in smoked pork chops for $4.99 per pound. And Dungeness Crab Clusters $29.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Every home is different. Every family is different. So when it's time for a new heating and cooling system, why not get what fits you best? Get the perfect fit with Bryant. Maybe you need higher efficiency, better humidity control, increased warranty, or all the bells and whistles. Bryant provides options. Options in warranty, features, comfort, and efficiency while maximizing savings. Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111, or visit BryantLincoln.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Hi, I'm Casey Oddie, and I'm the Retail Banking Manager at your local Midwest Bank branch on 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Banking may be my job, but supporting the community is what I care most about. Whether I'm showing up at local events, partnering with schools, or helping people reach financial milestones, I am proud to be a part of what makes Lincoln strong. Let's build something together. Stop by and say hi. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Looking for a fun way to give back? Join us for the 2025 Kicks for Kids Nebraska Fun Run Walk, presented by Pinnacle Bank, on Saturday, August 23rd at James Arthur Vineyard. Enjoy a scenic 5K through beautiful grounds. Every step helps provide shoes to kids in Lincoln and Lancaster County schools, with options for adults, wine included, and kids. Registration fees include a t-shirt, medal, and bag. Sign up today and make a difference at kicksforkidsnebraska.org.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainer, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back on this beautiful Friday. Derek in the car, you mentioned Texas A&M. Was we talking about?
Well, Texas and Texas A&M.
Yeah, we're talking about that game right there. And I think Nick brought that up too, Derek. Yep. You got to keep that game right there.
Well, they haven't had it in forever.
Well, it's been. That's what I'm saying.
I think they did it last year. But
I thought they played each other last year.
They played each other last year, but it was like the first time since
in a long time
they had been Big 12 foes.
On my Facebook memories 3 days ago, Texas A&M Stadium came up because I was at Kyle Field. I guess it was about 12 years ago. Whenever it was, at their old stadium. They demolished that part of it. Not the stadium, but they demolished that front entry part of it. Former President Bush went to Texas A&M, so there's a lot of pictures of the Bush family there, and real cool area down in A&M. They got a golf course on their campus.
Yeah.
Which is like ridiculous.
Well, it's crazy when you look at people will remember the Bo Pelini freakout game. Nebraska lost that game 9-6. That game.
Yeah. See, that's why I try to figure out all these things, Nick.
Why? I think it's interesting to bring them up.
Well, Bo, I kept track during that time.
Okay, perfect.
But post Bo, nah. My mind just went to a lot of other places, man. There was actually one time when Nebraska was playing, I was actually mowing my lawn. I didn't have the game on.
That's really disappointing.
They were down to somebody, and I left in the middle of the second quarter. I said, I'm done. And because I literally almost punched a hole through my bay window at my house because I was so mad. I'm like, you know what? I got to go do something else. And I started mowing my lawn. Didn't have my headphones on.
Dang.
Nothing. We ended up getting boat raced by somebody. But I'm like, I can't watch this mess, man. It was just too hard to watch.
Jeez. What you got for history today?
That right there was history.
Yep, there it is. Yeah, I guess so.
No. Nick, you just don't understand. It's just
I don't understand because I don't have the feeling of success.
Yeah.
Like the feeling of success for me, Pinstripe Bowl. No, I'm kidding. Not that bad. It would be. I mean, like every other mid-20s-year-old guy, it'd be it'd be like the 2010 season, 2009.
Hey Riley, good morning. I'm telling you, he says fair weather much, AD. No, it was called a health safety precaution. It was called, so I didn't punch a hole through my bay window. I just couldn't. It was such a piss poor performance. I said, I'm not watching this bull, man. So Riley, it was more to keep my health in a decent place.
You're looking out for yourself.
Yeah.
Guess who's turning 84 years old today?
Who dat?
The Big Tuna. Bill Parcells.
He's 84?
That's right.
Let me ask you this.
1941.
What college in Nebraska did Bill Parcells coach at for a while?
So oddly enough, I don't know the answer to this one, but just because it seems like a lot of really good coaches have somehow, for some reason, gone through it. Hastings.
You got it. I think you read it.
Tom Osborne, Bill Parcells. It's just Hastings. So everybody always makes a stop in Hastings.
Yeah.
Now it's the slow pitch softball capital of Nebraska.
Where Nick gets in scuffles in the parking lot.
Where I got trucked. No.
Well,
that's awesome. That's incredible.
That was well done, man. We will be back to discuss Husker football. 6 days. We'll be back in about 6 minutes.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through August 24th, enjoy 8-ounce USDA Choice Bacon Wrapped Sirloin for $5.88 each. USDA Choice Boneless Chuck Roast $6.99 per pound. Bone-in smoked pork chops for $4.99 per pound. And Dungeness Crab Clusters $29.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn. Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you tired of living in pain? At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, they make it simple. From head to toe, spine to extremities, they've got you covered. Their multi-specialty team of experts in orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, podiatry, physical therapy, and occupational therapy all work under one roof to get you back to living life pain-free. Don't wait another day. Visit prairie-ortho.com today or call them at 402-489-4700. Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of BJ Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Malfisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Here we are. Had to lean to the side and yawn first, man.
We heard it in the microphone.
Oh, it is Friday. I'm excited about it. Nick, a week from right now, literally a week from right now, we're going to be discussing a Husker football game.
Yeah, finally, something that we're going to be talking about, stuff that actually happened and not potential. That's the part I'm so excited about.
That is going to be something. And you know what, Nick? who was I talking to about this just like either yesterday? I don't know. Days run together. I told them I am very, very cautiously optimistic. When I say cautiously, because I only say cautious because I want to see it. And I don't know I'm not one of those going to tell you Nebraska's going to do this, Nebraska's going to do that. I don't know what the hell Nebraska's going to do yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't. I know what they're capable of doing. We've known that for a few years with some of the talent we've had.
Sure.
There. Different regime with this squad right here, obviously, because here's reality. The only thing we're doing right now is guessing. That's it. Because we haven't seen a body of work from this team yet. Not last year's done from this team. So my thing is this: I'm cautiously optimistic because I know the potential that is right down the street. I know the talent that's right down there. I want to see it.
Will there ever be a moment where you are not cautiously optimistic and you are just optimistic?
Time will tell. Got to see a body of work.
Gotcha.
Got to see a body of work, man. You know, I think about it this way. When someone has shown you they have been unpredictable and unreliable for so long, and they've shown you who they are and what they do, I can't judge it based off what they could do in the future. I'm going to base it off what I've seen in the past. Is all I can do.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Who we got?
What's the?
I was when I see my man, I was like, "Yep, absolutely."
Hey, how you doing, Christopher?
Christopher, how you doing, man? You guys tackle people and run people and suplex everything. That mic is not going to bite you. There we go.
What's up? I'm Alan. Nice to meet you.
Alan, nice to meet you, my man.
Christopher,
nice to meet you guys, man.
This formally, Mr. Mento, Christopher Mento. I call him Mr. Because I watched in last year's wrestling season. I watched his growth from just a young man finding his way,
right?
And you identify that greatness early, and you see the glow and the work. To All-American.
Wow.
To All-American. This is a special young man, and if he's rolling with Allen, let me know. At 125, look, he's going to be a problem. So it's good to know. Let him know what you're doing.
Yeah, tell us about yourself, man. What you doing right now?
We're just coming by to see DP and just get to talk a little bit.
So what's the summer like? Summer plans are over. So this fall for both. I want to get you as well for the fall right now.
So yeah, Monday we start our preseason. So we're gonna start rolling here on Monday when school starts. So it's about to go from nothing to a lot pretty soon.
From nothing to a lot.
I mean, we've been practicing the summer, but we're really about to hit it.
Originally from where?
Florida.
What part?
Cape Coral, Fort Myers area.
Beautiful down there, man. Yeah. Golf courses all over the place. You play golf?
No, I play a little bit here sometimes, but I'm not very good. No.
You sound like my man on anywhere. Oh, I dabble.
No, I'm not very good though. He's really good at golf.
So golf first. Introduce me to yourself. Absolutely, my man.
Alan Kaler.
I'm
from Prior Lake, Minnesota, which is about 30 minutes south of Minneapolis.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
a lot of beautiful course up there as well.
Yeah,
for
sure.
What weight class are you going to wrestle this year?
125.
125. What's the aspiration for both of you guys? What's the aspirations? So you guys came off obviously a great year collectively as a team. Awesome year.
Yep.
One of the best, actually, I think the best of Manning's career so far the past year.
Yeah.
With that being said, you guys lost some guys, of course, too. But with you young guys, I've always believed culture, and people use culture, they toss that word around. I've always believed, and the way Coach Osborne taught us, the way my dad taught me, culture is when you can self-regulate in the locker room where it hurts you more to let your teammate down than a coach down. How are you guys, how have they passed the torch to you? How are you going to teach the new guys coming in, this is the Nebraska way?
I think it's kind of instilled in not just our program, but I think it's just instilled in like the Nebraska way. Like when I came here, I feel like I just sensed that, and it just keeps building from when I got here to now, and it just keeps getting greater, the culture.
Were you ever, is David?
Alan.
I'm thinking David Allen. David Allen Gurr. I'm a living color. But Alan, when you first got in here, because what year is this for you right now?
I'm going to be a redshirt sophomore.
Redshirt sophomore.
Yeah, so year 3.
When you got in here, Alan, was there ever a time where a guy pulled you to the side or you pulled somebody else aside and just kind of gave him a word of encouragement? And not saying, obviously don't want you to say it here, but you weren't up to they weren't performing up to the standards of Nebraska. You ever seen anybody calling each other out like that?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like we were talking about, like the culture's so great, and if someone's not fitting in with that culture, we're gonna call each other out. But we have a pretty strong bond with everyone. So, yeah, I mean, if someone needs to be called out, they need to be called out. But pretty good at fixing that.
I don't doubt you do. I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
He goes, we're pretty good at fixing that.
Talk about Coach Manning here, because obviously that's probably a pretty big reason why you guys are here. What drew you to Coach Manning, and then ultimately made the decision pretty easy for you guys to come here?
I think I just sensed that. I mean, you hear the good life here, right? So I think that, like, I sensed that from on my visit, and I think it's one major thing that at Nebraska we have. It's like a lot of ownership workouts and accountability, and I think that we really hold ourselves accountable and to each other as well. So I think I sensed that from the visit, and just from now on.
Yeah, for sure. You know, of course, I took other college visits right when I was getting recruited, and you know, it just right when I took my visit here, it just kind of felt like I already fit in, and you know, I got to go watch a practice when I first got here, and you know, everyone was just so dialed in. Everyone had kind of the same goals, so you know, it felt like family right away, and you know, I love the culture. And specifically when Tervel sat me down and talked to me, it was just so real, like what my goals should be, you know, kind of explain what I thought my goals were at the same time. So only took me 2 days after that, and just admitted after my visit.
Because that's the point for you guys. You guys have seen a lot of campuses, and you've learned a lot about other wrestling programs. What separates Nebraska?
I think it was just real. Like the visit, you could sense that this place is real, and like, because I think on visits sometimes like they might change something up, but like the practices that we have now are the same as on my visit. I mean, the people have evolved, of course, but I think like they're pretty similar, and the work ethic was there then, and it's still there now.
Let me say this real quick, because I won to watch them last year and to watch the growth. But a thing just happened organically in the back that I have to share. So everybody knows Kendall Warnock from A1 Automotive. And he and I have been talking about him as a leader, community leader. And I wanted him to be heard. Well, imagine Kendall walking in and meeting these two young men. And the natural thing that happened was to put some of Lincoln's best and Kendall Warnock in a room with two of the best Huskers that we can find, and imagining that everybody in the room is going to get better because of it. That's what Nebraska is. Watching Kendall Warnock love on these two young men and them to receive is a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing. It's the number 2 pro wrestling program in the country, shooting at number 1 hard on purpose. If you haven't gotten your wrestling tickets, go get them. If you haven't made plans, and if you don't know who these two young men are, get to know them. You're going to see them around the ticket quite a bit more here coming up. And then that run for number 1. It's legit.
Love it. Love it.
Sir.
Gentlemen, thanks again for coming this morning, man. Appreciate
Nice to
you
meet
guys,
you.
man. Best of luck to you fellas, man. Absolutely. Thanks, DP. Appreciate it, man. You can tell them wrestlers, they just look like they want to.
I know, man.
Just wrap it up real quick.
Chris wore the tank top for a purpose.
He came in,
today.
it's like, we got a problem.
Yeah. Let me handle these things for you. Let me handle these things.
Serious business. Serious business. To watch the folks that Christopher Minto came in with that high expectation, but also remember he came into a weight class or 3 weight classes, up or down, that were stocked, loaded, absolutely stacked weight classes. And then he had to come in and defeat and unseat Bubba Wilson, who was already a national qualifier. And that young man came through and did his thing, learning as you go, doing well in the Big Ten, and then finishing top 8 in the country and being an All-American. And now in that leadership role. There's some good kids in that wrestling program. And Mark Manning and Tervel and Schneider, that crew over there that leads them. But truly, just shout out Kendall Warnock for spending time loving on those young guys this morning and giving them some love in that, you know what, if you want another person that's going to push you to great, they exchanged numbers, had nothing to do with anything other than being there for each other. Really cool stuff.
Love it.
Really
Absolutely
cool
love
stuff.
it. Absolutely love it. Love it, DP. Appreciate it, man. That wrestling team is going to be stacked again, Nick. We know that they're going to definitely pursuing that number 1 spot. Just that culture. And Nick, I'm going to segue back to the culture. We kind of segue to that this year. You asked me regarding back to football. When will I be able to erase the cautious?
Yeah. When are you going to start to be optimistic and not cautiously optimistic?
I have to see a body of work. I got to see. Okay. I got to see. And I would say this: I got to see consistency, man.
Okay, sure.
I don't want a pilot that lands some of the times. I want a pilot that lands every time. Doesn't mean there's not now. I can already hear pushback in my head, or just when people say, "Well, come on, man." There's going to be some rough landings.
Yeah.
Meaning there's going to be some rough games. I'm not
sure.
saying perfection. I'm saying consistency.
Do you see that being in a certain number of victories? Like, is it a threshold of victories that they need to get to for you to be comfortable, or is it more so what we see?
I say Nebraska has to win at least 8 games this year.
Okay, because here's my thing: is like,
I think you have to win 8.
I would sit here and be like, I don't care how it looks, just win.
Yeah, and I don't care how you win those 8. I think you have to win 8 at least.
I agree.
And that's just me. I think 6 or 7 is, with the talent that's on this squad, I think that's underperforming. I really do.
So I can say this because we are friends with Warhorse.
Mm-hmm.
I sprinkled dough on over 8.5. We're friends with Warhorse. I sprinkled it. Just a very little. Not confident by any means. But if that tells you anything, I think
full disclosure came out there. Full transparency. There's a song you too young to remember. DF will remember some of the other guys. Sprinkle me. Sprinkle. There's a song. So you sprinkled 8.5.
Yeah, because I think 9 is in play. For Nebraska.
Nick, I'm telling you, and again, this is based sheerly off stats, numbers, and what I see from the ceiling. But I gotta see it on the field, man. I gotta see it on the field, Nick. You're talking to a man who has been, and many listeners who have been scarred for years of high expectations, only to be left with, it's kind of like that kid that gets a bag of coal for Christmas, and that's been the hustle. That's been our reception the past postseasons, man. A bag of coal, and I'm not saying that's going to happen this year by any stretch of imagination. I'm simply saying I want to see some smooth landings.
Where does it all start for you? Like, if Nebraska, maybe this is where we need to go for this. If Nebraska's to have what you said, an 8-win season, what is one of the biggest things that we're saying in comparison to 2024 they got much better at?
I'll put it this way. And I was literally just having this. It was my neighbor, Patrick Campbell, former city attorney here in town.
Not Eric.
No, what's that?
Not Eric Fuentes.
No, Eric's retired too, but
okay.
Patrick Campbell's retired. Patrick was a city attorney for years, but I was talking with Patrick, and I told him and a few others, I want to see how they play in Happy Valley against Penn State.
Okay.
I want to see how they play against Michigan. I want to see how they play against Iowa, but in particular, Penn State.
Well, but unfortunately, that's such a far ways away.
It's a far ways away, but the reality of the point still stands the same. I want to see if they compete. If you compete and that team just beats you, because we know that's a high stack, and we get that. I can better digest, not say digest. I can better digest you competing with a team, not getting blown out by 35.
Okay, but that's
to me. If you go there and you compete with that team, I'm going. I mean, it's a close game, and maybe you don't get it done. All right, hopefully they do, because every game I go in looking to win. But let's say you compete with that game. You at least seeing some consistency. Last year, now here's the pushback. Well, they competed against Ohio State too. Well, lost by dang near 100 against Indiana, a decent team. And Indiana, in my opinion, I'm sorry, y'all. Indiana, in my opinion, was decent. I'm not even going to say good.
They were a playoff team
and got blown out.
By who?
Blown out
by Notre Dame.
Exactly.
That tells you more about Notre Dame.
Go Irish. No. So Nebraska has to. They can't be so. What's the word I want to use here? They have to be more consistent, man. And
like, it can't be this roller coaster.
You can't be like, the weather in Nebraska. You got to be more consistent, man. You got to be more consistent.
AD, I love you, but you dodged my question.
What's your question?
If we're sitting here at the end of 2025 season going, Nebraska was able to win 8 games because, what is your answer?
Talent.
Okay.
Coaching.
Okay.
Development. And here's why I say coaching too. Nick, those cupboards weren't bare during the past coaching staffs.
No, they weren't. I think
They
play
were-
calling and rhythm and
Yes,
obviously all that
all
matters
those
too.
things go into it. I really feel this team, from what we've seen, and even some of the guys that have transferred in, we've seen their body of work on tape. Otherwise, they would have been here. First of all,
Well, and to this staff's credit, they haven't used the excuse that the
These
former
aren't my-
players are
these
not.
aren't my
Yeah,
players,
they
yeah.
haven't used that.
We
Plus-
have not heard
plus,
that
here's
one
the
time.
deal. Okay, actually, I can use this. I asked Florida's head coach, Florida volleyball head coach, yesterday, at the press conference. I asked him, and I wish I would have had it recorded. I asked him. He mentioned something about, now he's taking over for a legendary coach over at Florida and Mary Wise, and so now the new head coach comes in, and he just nonchalantly threw in, as he was answering a previous question about the transition, he threw in that it usually takes 3 years for a transition to be complete. And I asked him why. And I followed up, my follow-up question that I had was, I said, you said a couple of seconds ago that year 3 is when the transition's complete. And obviously, being Nebraska-centric, I'm sitting here thinking football. Now, in football, you're dealing with a lot more guys than you are dealing with for volleyball. But the principle of the idea can still stand. And I asked the coach, I said, hey, so you mentioned year 3 for a transition to be complete. In your mind, why is year 3 the magic number? And what he basically said is it was a combination of things. And this is a guy that, similar to Matt Rule, has taken over multiple programs. He rebuilt Marquette prior to going to Florida, and he rebuilt other volleyball programs. And so he's done this before. And he said by year 3, you have an understanding of the players that stuck around through the coaching transition are now older. The players that didn't want to be here and were not bought in are gone. We have brought in some new guys and some new staff members. We've brought in new players, but we've also been able to gel with the ones that want to be here with us, specifically. So now we can use that for Nebraska football. Nebraska football has gone through a lot of changes over these last 2.5 years. Here in year 3, though, the transition might not be complete, but we have a pretty good sense of Matt Rule. These are the ones that they brought in. These are the playmakers that they're expecting to make plays on Saturdays. These are the leaders in the locker room. There are no excuses. And where does it all start, in my opinion, AD? The quarterback. Dylan Raiola, to answer my own question before we get to break, if at the end of the year we're sitting here going Nebraska won X amount of games, and this can be one way in terms of the bad side of it, where Nebraska only wins 4 games, or it can be the good side of things where Nebraska wins 10. Nebraska wins X amount of games because of the quarterback. If Dylan Raiola can develop in the way we expect and we want him to, Nebraska will have success, in my opinion.
I want to come back and talk about this too, man, because there's a lot more. I want to talk about, you mentioned those guys they've brought in quarterback, in just the difference that makes. And I know we talked about this a little bit, the difference that makes with him having a new OC.
Yeah.
A whole year under his belt to understand the terminology, the checkdowns, etc. And also want to get back to that tight end as well. But expectations.
My thing is this, though, like, okay, so I'll use the word cautious. I caution Husker fans to not get into this pit to where if things are going awry in the middle of the season, or things have not worked up to our expectations as fans, as consumers of Nebraska football, do not allow yourself to get into the dark pit of, well, it's year 1 of an offensive coordinator. It's year 1 of a new defensive coordinator. You just got to give it time. No, at some point it needs to be time. We've done this, and I'm as guilty of it as the next guy. But time and time again, I think fans, when it comes to their favorite team, they allow emotion to creep in, and I understand why. But you allow emotion to creep in to where it's going to be time. It's just not time yet. They're okay. It's okay that it's not working right now. It's going to work. We have confidence in it working. Unfortunately, at some point, you just have to say, when you're having conversations and analyzing Nebraska football, it can't be the cop-out of, well, you got to give him time because this is only Dana Holgerson's first full season as offensive coordinator. Well, you got to give it time because Dylan's just going through his sophomore jump. You got to give it time because Nebraska's offensive line has some new bodies on it. They're gelling together. No, like this needs to be the time. This needs to be the time. This is college football. Every single year, you're going to have new bodies on the offensive line. You're going to have new wide receivers on the in the rooms. It has to, at some point, be time.
What you just said right there, it needs to be clipped, and we need to put a pin on it. Every team has new people every year.
Every team has coaching changes.
Every team, they have new quarterbacks.
Yes.
They have new coaches. They have new positions. They have all these things. And you look at some of those, again, as much, like I said, I know I talk about Cignetti. 80% of his team was new.
Yeah.
Now, granted, a lot of those players played from at JMU.
Yeah.
I get that. But at the same time, we can go on and on with the number of teams that beat us. Look at UCLA.
Yep.
They were all new, came into Memorial Stadium and beat us. Nick, I am so with, we're going to talk about this after, because I get so tired of hearing, well, it's only this person's first year. There's teams that were boat racing us. It was their first year too.
Like at some point, I mean, I can't say it any more clearer. And I wish I had some more, like, it was like more philosophical when I come across saying this. At some point, it just needs to be time.
We're going to talk about that when we come back, folks. We're going to ask you, what do you determine, and what, in your opinion, what's a good Nebraska football season? Because, Nick, I want to go more on that, man. It's eventually has to be time. Folks, we'll be back in a little bit. It's The Drive.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Ah, the sounds of back to school time. There's plenty to about this time of year. So let Cane's take something off your plate by putting something on it. Like the most craveable hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce. It's going to be a great school year.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska Insider today.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with Ready Mixed Concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's nebcoinc.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has zero hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainer, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Six days away. 6 days away. Nick,
did you get it?
We got some news. I want you to announce it, man.
All right, so just over the commercial break, we have received a depth chart. We've just been emailed via the little email chain that you've heard a lot about this week. We have a depth chart. A couple of ORs, not O-A-R, but O-R, in some of the conversations. How about this? Most notably at left tackle, it is Gunnar Gatula or Turner Corcoran or Elijah Pritchett. Still does not have a set on left tackle. At left guard, Henry Lutovsky is your starter.
I like saying his name.
Justin Evans is your starting center. No surprise there. Rocco Spindler will get the start at right guard. And at right tackle, still up in the air between Teddy Prohaska and Tyler Knack. At tight end, Luke Lindenmeyer is your starter. The backup tight end job is a competition between Heinrich Harburg and Carter Nelson. At wide receiver, Isaiah Hunter, Dane Key, and Ja'Cory Barney are your top three wideouts. Quinn Clark is behind Isaiah Hunter. Cortez Mills is behind Dane Key. And Janiran Bonner is behind Ja'Cory Barney Jr. Also making the depth chart are Keelan Smith, obviously the son of Neil Smith, and Jeremiah Jones, a true freshman
Quinn
there.
Clark, the son of the late running back Kenny Clark.
That's right.
As well, two legacy guys in there. And both of those guys, Nick, I'm looking at this, both redshirt freshmen, dude.
And how about this one for you? At quarterback, the true freshman TJ Lateef is your backup quarterback over Jalen Gramstad. Running back, there are no oars here. Emmett Johnson is RB1. Makai Nelson is RB2. The transitioned wide receiver to running back Isaiah Mosey is RB3. And coming in at
4th on the depth chart, Quentin Ives.
Mm-hmm.
So there's your layout for the offense terms of depth chart. Any surprises there, AD? Anything that jumps out to you?
You know what jumps out to nothing really jumps out to me in the starters. The thing that does in a good way that I'm pleased about is to see both Quinn Clark and Keelan Smith in the mix. And those guys are just redshirt freshmen, man. And you mentioned, and you remember, Holgorsen talked about those guys 2 weeks ago during fall camp, mentioned them by name of how they are grasping the system. They're getting after it. So it's good to see those young guys, and they're both big boys. You know, Quinn Clark is 6'5", Keelan Smith is 6'3". Them are some big boys, man, and young.
And for what it's worth, we will hear from Matt Rule in just about 25 minutes. He speaks to the media at 11 a.m. there. On the defense, okay, so I'll say this. When it's talking,
for you,
I would say talking about the offense, I would pay attention to that left tackle position. I think early spring ball, we would have said that Elijah Pritchett was going to be Nebraska's starting left tackle. I'm not so sure. As we've gotten closer, I'm not so sure that's going to be the case, at least early in the season. We'll see if Matt Rule talks about that at all at 11 o'clock. We'll see what the outlook is for guys like Elijah Pritchett. But I know for a fact Gunnar Gatula has certainly pushed Elijah Pritchett. And obviously here you have it to where there's basically 3 guys fighting for the number 1 spot there at that left tackle position between Gunnar Gatula, Elijah Pritchett, and Turner Corcoran. So we'll see what the plan is there at left tackle. For defense, there's still a fight for the starting defensive end position between Williams Nowerney and Cameron Lenhart. At nose guard, Elijah Judy and Riley Van Poppel are there up at the nose guard, and then also defensive tackle Keona Davis has the start there.
That's my cousin.
There you go. Keona Davis, 6'5", 275-pound true sophomore there. At the jack position, the new addition from Oklahoma, Dasan McCullough, is the starter at the jack. At linebacker, it is a fight between Marquise Watson-Trent and Vincent Shavers. At the other linebacker spot, Javen Wright is your starter there. And then how about this one? Jacob Bauer, who we heard a lot of good things about from the spring. He kind of burst onto the scene. Jacob Bauer is back up there at that linebacker position. At Rover, it's Deshaun Singleton, which that's going to be a little bit of a change for Deshaun since he's been a safety his entire career. Cornerback, Andrew Marshall, the Idaho transfer, along with the Omaha, I believe, Central grad, Donovan Jones. Donovan Jones had himself a nice bowl game as well, again in the Pinstripe Bowl. At safety, Marquise Buford Jr. At nickel, it is Malcolm Hartzog. And at the other cornerback position, Sierra Wright with Jeremiah Charles behind him. Now,
any of those surprised you at all? Was there anything that jumped out on you on the defensive side so far?
I don't think so. I mean, one that I would say that we had heard good things about him recently is Jordan Ochoa. Jordan Ochoa is the backup jack linebacker behind McCullough. He's a redshirt freshman. He's above Willis McGahee, the fourth.
That kind of surprised me a little bit right there. Though.
Okay.
That one surprised me a little bit. However, though, Butler mentioned him by name as well. Who is that guy? You know, when he first got in, didn't really know who he was because, obviously he was just getting acclimated to the players as well. So it shows you that Jordan Ochoa definitely came out there and made some noise, man.
Yeah. So I think, now we have some awareness. I think we're going to have a year to where Williams Nowerney and Cameron Lenhart will be kind of interchangeable with that. 2 different body types. Williams Nowerney about 4 inches taller, listed at 6'7", 265, where Cameron Lenhart's listed around 6'3", so about 4 inches taller there in favor of Williams Nowerney. But there are some things that Cam Lenhart, I think, can do really well. The junior there, the junior defensive end, Cameron Lenhart there. So no real surprises there. I think the secondary is still going to be one of the stronger suits of Nebraska's defensive side of the ball. And now we go to the special teams, led by obviously Coach Mike Eckler in his first year. At place kicker, we still do not have a starter officially on the depth chart. However, we do have the 2 guys that it's between. Kyle Kananen, the Cal transfer, against John Hull. One of those guys will be the starting kicker this year. Tristan Alvano listed solely 3rd on the depth chart at the place kicker position. The punter, we know it. It's going to be Archie Wilson. Camden Cook, the son of Husker and NFL legend Sam Cook, is second on that list. At the returner position, Ja'Cory Barney Jr. is your punt returner for 2025. At kick returner, there's a lot of oars. The three names that are listed specifically: a 6 foot, 210-pound freshman, Isaiah Mosey at kick returner; a 5'9", 190-pound sophomore, Kenneth Williams; and then Makai Nelson is the third name that's listed at the kick returner position. So there is your full Husker football depth chart.
And our holder, very crucial.
Yeah, the holder, Kevin Gallick.
Mm-hmm.
They brought him in specifically through the transfer portal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you remember, here's the thing. You'll remember that Nebraska, they had to go out and get two separate punters. They brought in Jack McAllister from Washington earlier in the offseason, back when Ed Foley was still the special teams coordinator. Then they had to kind of part ways with him because when Mike Eckler came in, he kind of wanted a different style. They go to Australia, get Archie Wilson, and Archie Wilson on Thursday will play his first college football game of his career. Has not played a single football game in his career.
Nick, I look at this depth chart, man, and it just galvanizes how we're just 6 days away. You know, all this stuff
We're here.
is hypothetical, but officially literally just released 6 minutes ago, give or take. I want to go back to the offense real quick. TJ Lateef, a true freshman, surpasses this. I mean, the guy who's got 6 years of college football under his belt. And this is not a knock against Graham State whatsoever, because we know this guy has aspirations to be a coach as well. He's mentioned that numerous times. Coach Rule has mentioned that numerous times. What does this say about TJ Lateef, though, coming in as a true freshman and already because think about this, you guys. Now, this is just reality, okay?
Yeah.
There's one bad thing that happens, Raiola. The keys go to TJ Lateef.
Yeah,
think about that.
I think that's, I mean, here's the thing, though. So TJ Lateef is a guy, I mean, Nebraska's been pretty consistent in their quarterback recruiting. It's easy to get lost in the room, I think, if you're one of those quarterback recruits, especially if you're a freshman, because here's the deal. If you're a guy like TJ Lateef, this is a big year not only for this season to try to be number 2 behind Dylan Raiola, but it's a massive year for next year.
Yes, it is.
And the following year, because you have to solidify yourself as a player in that room, because guess what? Next year, Dayton Raiola is going to come in, and he's going to be expecting to be just as big of a player as you were, and you are. And then the following year, you have Trey Taylor.
Yeah.
And it's what's Trey Taylor going to expect to be? What's he going to expect to do? So there's naturally, eventually in the next coming years, there's going to be attrition in that room, and that's fine. However, it speaks volumes to what they see in TJ Lateef as a true freshman, because the entire year, and a big reason why they brought Jalen Gramstead back, not only to be a leader, an experienced vet in that quarterback room, but they brought him in to be the backup quarterback. They brought him back to be the backup quarterback. And the fact that TJ Lateef has slowly and just been consistently building momentum and now has earned, it's not an or. It's not TJ Lateef or Jalen Gramstad as QB2. It is that TJ Lateef has solely earned and won the backup quarterback job. And you're right. The biggest thing for me is that, unfortunately, the tackle position is still unsettled. That is a concern. You went out and brought in, there's multiple ways to look at it. You went out and brought in a guy that you, let's be real, paid a hefty amount. Offensive linemen, especially tackles, are some of the most sought after positions in the portal. You went out and spent a large sum of money to have a guy come in and be impactful right from the get-go. And whether that's because Gunnar Gatula stepped up and fought him for that job, that's the positive way to look at it. The other side is what's going on with Elijah Pritchett that's not allowing him to be the number 1 starter that you brought him in to be.
Yeah, you know, and you look at, Nick, you bring up a great point, because I was surprised. I take back my surprise with this TJ Lateef. I was surprised to see Pritchett basically at 3rd right now, because they're obviously the and/or
the ors, and a lot of those are alphabetical. So that's where
absolutely. But it's going to be interesting to see. I would say this resilience.
Sure.
And what I mean from a mental standpoint is because we don't know this young man very well yet.
Yeah.
Will this be a young man that kind of just fades off a little bit? Will this be a young man that's looked at like, you know what? First game, so we're gonna see what happens.
And let's be honest,
when I get my reps, I'm gonna make them count.
I think Nebraska fans might be slightly scarred, or when they look at Elijah Pritchett and they see that he hasn't won the #1 job, they might be scarred and bringing back old feelings of Micah Mazuka, to where Micah Mazuka was a guy not to the status of Elijah Pritchett
but
by
highly
any means,
praised, though.
highly expected to come in and be a part. And then just kind of struggled to initially get on the field, and we'll see what happens next week. And this is let's not get it twisted either. There's a reason Nebraska released the depth chart when they did. Matt Rule is about to talk to the media in 15 minutes. We'll have audio on the Adam Carricker show about that at 11 o'clock. I'll be joining Adam for that first hour, especially. And a big part of it is going to be, okay, he's going to be asked about the left tackle position. So how does Matt Rule answer that question? Is it simply just yeah, right, exactly. Is it simply just, hey, they're fighting it out and right now it's too close to tell and it's going to be a big week? Or is there something bigger? Is there something off the field that we don't know about yet? Do we get filled in on that information today? I don't know. But I think the possibilities are open and endless for what's going on at that left tackle position. We'll find out here in 15 minutes when he's asked about it.
And you know what, Nick, here's another thing to consider too. A rising tide lifts all boats.
Yeah.
Maybe here's the deal. Maybe Gunner and Turner said, you know what?
1,000%.
We need to step up. And that's why you love having depth.
Yes.
Something we haven't had before.
Absolutely.
So where guys that maybe have been better than guys below them, I mean, like far, like heads and shoulders above them.
Yeah.
They were in a position, and this sucks to say, but it's reality. And we see it showed on the field. May have just cruised a little bit. No one on this depth chart can cruise right now. No one.
Let's be honest, AD. We the two most talked about guys at that left tackle position is Gunnar Gatula and Elijah Pritchett, who's been the guy at the position the last 3 years. Turner Corcoran, and we haven't even talked about him. There's an avenue here to where Nebraska's starting left tackle or starting offensive lineman at multiple positions, because they've needed to throw him in there at times. One of the starting tackles for Nebraska football the last 3 years is third on the depth chart this season when he's a senior. Right. So like and on the other side, where Teddy Prohaska, you don't know about the right tackle position between Teddy Prohaska and Tyler Knack. That's another guy that could be passed up in the depth chart. So you're absolutely right about the depth conversation. And who knows, maybe I think for everybody's sake, we hope that it's Matt Rule's answer to us when he's asked about the tackle, especially the left tackle position here in 13 minutes. Let's hope that his answer is it's just too close of a competition right now to call.
Too close to call.
Right.
I don't mind those.
I don't mind those at all. It's a big week ahead. It's a massive week ahead. But I think if you're a Husker fan, you hope that it's solidified for the foreseeable future, barring injuries, barring something off the field happening. I think you're hoping that, okay, it's solidified for the foreseeable future ahead of Cincinnati, and you're not going into Akron and Houston Christian going, okay, yeah, we still have some oars on the depth chart of what we don't know what we want to do at that left tackle position.
Folks, when we come back, we got the 80 attitude adjustment. You definitely want to stick around for the Adam Carricker show. Nick will be joining him because we'll have Matt Rule sound bites as well. He'll be discussing these things. We'll be right back, folks. It's The Drive. We'll be back.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT, from cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
We have another hot one on tap here for our Friday. We'll see plenty of sunshine, a few clouds later on today. 91 for a high temperature. We do bring in a chance for some showers and thunderstorms here during the nighttime hours with a low of 66. Could see one of those linger into tomorrow morning. We'll hit 81 tomorrow and then only 73 for a high on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Aaron Downer for 93.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back, man. Nick, I'm going to be running some errands this afternoon. I'm going to get the beard trimmed up a little bit.
Nice.
Probably throw a little sod on there. I got the salt and pepper. Might just be all pepper when I come back on Monday. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, sometimes I throw a little dye in there. Sometimes because
Do you really?
Sometimes I do when I go on stage a little bit. But more important, I'm just going to get it lined up.
That's what Ryan Day does. I mean that in wholeheartedly.
He gets his really dark.
He gets his really dark.
Yeah,
though.
he gets his real
It's
dark.
real
dark.
defined.
Yeah, he gets his. I mean, it's almost like he looks like that guy from like the old Superman Zod.
When you were playing, did they have like haircuts and barbers in the?
Absolutely not.
I wondered.
We was
that.
going to somebody's house to get our haircuts. Kareem Moss could cut hair
Oh,
really
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Tyrone Williams, my roommate, could cut hair. We had a few barbers on the team, but these guys got a Starbucks in there.
That's what I'm saying. They get barbers that come in like weekly.
Yeah. So it shows you times have changed. And speaking of former guys, happy birthday to my Husker brother, Keo Craver from Nebraska All-American All-Time. Keo Craver. I forget how old Keo is today. But it is Keo Craver's birthday. So shout out to our favorite, one of our favorite number threes. I say one of our favorite number threes because we got to go with Keo. You got to go with Warfield. Leotis Flowers was number 3 as well. So got to go to one of our favorites. Matt Davidson was number 3. So a great number 3. Happy birthday to Keo Craver on today. Nick, you've got a lot of news to go this afternoon, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. We're going to hear from Matt Rule in about 5 minutes or so. What I do appreciate about Matt Rule and their entire staff, normally they're pretty punctual on time. When they say, hey, we're going to have a press conference at 11, it's at 11. Previous staffs would be 30 minutes after, and it'd be like, all right, come on now. But so they're pretty punctual on time. So we'll hear from Matt Rule in the next couple of minutes. As soon as we get all that cut up, we will have that then, available to play on the show. And so keep it right here because I know Adam and I are going to dive deep into the depth chart conversation here in the next couple of minutes. But what you got for attitude adjustment today,
Absolutely nothing. Let your attitude suck. Nice talking to you. No. No.
I was gonna say, okay, I haven't even played the out music yet. We still hopefully we can stretch this out to a minute here.
No, folks, never let your attitude suck. Don't do that. As I was walking this morning, folks, one thing I start my day off doing, and Kendall Warnock, who was just in it, DP was talking about, does this all the time. And my parents did, and I mentioned this on my Instagram story. Start your day out with gratitude. Simple. Just find one thing to be grateful for and start your day out with gratitude. And man, if you can win your morning, you got a better chance winning your day.
Are you going with Kansas State or Iowa State tomorrow?
I think I'm going to go with the Cyclones, man.
Okay, well, I'm going with the Wildcats.
Wildcats. We'll talk about it. Slide you that $5. Folks, thanks for riding with us. Stay close. Stay tuned to the Out of Character Show.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock